No parent should have to go through what I'm going through right now to have to bury my child.
Conwell's grandmother, Felicia Thomas, recalls the moment she found out about the shooting.
We would not have ever known that she had been shot had it not been for her son.
If you sit around and you know this man and you don't turn him in, you a sucker like everybody else.
26-year-old TANASIA CONWELL was a devoted mother of 3 who was full of life and loved to dance and listen to music. Things were looking up for her. She had a steady job working for Amazon, just moved into a new apartment, and purchased a new car. All she wanted to do was take care of her kids and watch them grow, her number one priority. On the evening of April 22nd, TANASIA left her mother's home with her 3 children. Her mother was under the assumption that TANASIA left to get the kids ready for the next day, followed by her going to work later that evening. Instead, TANASIA would make a stop at a local recording studio, bringing her 3 children along. At some point after arriving to the studio, TANASIA's 5-year-old son would use her cell phone to call his father, stating, "Daddy, that boy shot my mama." East Point police would respond to shots being fired at a recording studio on 1544 Naval Avenue. When they arrived, they would find 3 small children unharmed and a young woman suffering from a gunshot wound.
TANASIA CONWELL was shot around 6:30 p.m. on Friday night at the studio on Naval Avenue.
TANASIA was rushed to a nearby hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. Sadly, her 3 children witnessed the shooting, and her 5-year-old son was the first to call someone to alert them something was wrong. After receiving the call from his son, the father then contacted TANASIA's mother, who immediately called TANASIA's phone. She would never pick up the call. Her mother never thought that when she left her house that evening, it would be the last time she would see her daughter alive. Her mother says she has no idea what she was doing at the recording studio, and that her daughter did not deserve to lose her life in such a cold manner. As she grieves, she worries about how traumatized her grandchildren would be from witnessing the murder.
Her mom says TANASIA's 3 children witnessed the shooting. Her 5-year-old son, Connie, was the first to call someone to alert them that something was wrong.
And told his dad that a boy had shot his mom. His father called me, and when I called my daughter, I never got an answer from her, and that's not like her.
As Conwell grieves, she worries too about how the kids have been traumatized.
So when you have a 3-year-old that cries in her sleep, when you have a 5 and a 7-year-old that toss and turn all night long, having bad dreams, you know, that's something that no one should ever have to go through.
Her family now desperate to have the killer caught.
And I know that God is going to see to it that justice is done. I would not say rest in peace just yet until I see justice done for my granddaughter.
While Connie shared this with us about how he will remember his mom.
She loved me. And
your sisters?
And my brother and my sisters, and I miss her so much.
Over the last few months, shootings at recording studios in East Point have been on the rise. Because of these shootings, city officials say recording studios could see added restrictions. Family and friends held a prayer vigil to honor the mother of 3 and call on the community to help find her killer. They highlighted the fact that the violence must stop, and too many innocent people are losing their lives because of it.
If you sit around and you know this man and you don't turn him in, you a sucker like everybody else.
Strong words from family and friends of 26-year-old TANASIA CONWELL as they gathered for a celebration in her honor with pink and white balloons. Family members tell me she was shot and killed Friday night here on Naval Avenue in East Point.
It's hard to know that my baby's an innocent person and her life was taken at 26 years old. She didn't deserve none of this that what happened to her.
Her mother, Arkebia Conwell, tells me TANASIA was a mother of 3 and was working for Amazon. She says her daughter had so much life to live.
No parent should have to go through what I'm going through right now to have to bury my child.
Conwell's grandmother, Felicia Thomas, recalls the moment she found out about the shooting.
We would not have ever known that she had been shot had it not been for her son. Her son is 5 years old.
he picked up his cell phone and called his father and said, "Daddy, that boy shot my mama."
Thomas says it's just too much violence going on.
The gun violence has got to stop. Too many lives are being lost.
Meanwhile, Tanasia's family has this to say to her killer.
You will receive justice. I've prayed on this, and God is going to see to it that you receive justice. And I pray that it's swift.
Investigators believe Tanasia knew the person who shot her, and police have asked the public to provide information about 3 persons of interest who they think witnessed the incident.
Atlanta police say the 3 people seen in these surveillance photos were at the recording studio that evening, and they had an argument with another group of people.
No, we just obtained the video around the time that the incident occurred. So right now that's why we want to speak with them. So we just want to know what their involvement was.
We showed the photos to the victim's family, and they believe Conwell knew at least one of them, and they believe the others may be his friends. If you recognize them or if you have any information that could help lead to an arrest, you're asked to call East Point Police.
Tanasia's family is coming together to help raise her children and say they won't rest until the person responsible for her death is behind bars. There is currently a fundraiser for Tanasia's 3 children.